Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
We met each other and literally on our first date planned going to Costa Rica. He bought the tickets and everything. We were ready to go. And then we went out to dinner a couple more times after that. And then we were in Costa Rica together for a week. And it just wasn't the best. He was definitely on the spectrum, which I am okay with. I feel like I'm potentially on the spectrum, but it was just a little much.
Did you sense that before you went, or this was a total surprise to you?
It was a total surprise.
Whoops.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad.
Marcus.
And Lily, I can hear you eating over there.
The delicious.
Well, yes, but the shocking stories of sugar dating. Why are you eating coconut cream pie in the middle of our podcast?
Because I can.
That's true. It looks really good. I'm assuming that came from our favorite place, Maple and Ash. Mm-hmm. And what's the occasion?
I brought 3 forks to share. And
Yeah, but we're doing a podcast.
I know, but it's a birthday podcast.
We have a guest. We're talking about stuff, and you're eating coconut cream pie.
Well, Trucker just had a birthday.
True.
Alejandra's birthday's today.
It is.
And our guest's birthday was 2 days ago.
It is birthday month.
It is.
Well, let's talk about a party that will involve some people's birthdays, because I've heard that some people want to come to the Shakira Sugarpalooza 6 because their birthday is really close to there. And if you haven't signed up yet, go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, click on the party tab. You'll get all the information. But just to sum it up real quick, Lily, what's involved there? You're looking at me like a deer in the headlights.
I'm in a sugar coma over here.
You are.
The party includes 2 nights, 3 days accommodations.
Yes, it does.
In beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. A pre-party at a fancy posh country club, most likely.
That's the mixer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a mixer the first night. And then a pre-party at Marcus's Casita.
Yes. I'm doing some landscaping today. Finally getting the other part of my yard done.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's going to look beautiful. It's going to be done tomorrow.
I thought you were building tiny homes for all your harem.
We've talked about it.
It's not a bad plan.
No.
What else?
It includes a party bus.
Party bus to the concert at Footprint Center, including stripper poles and banging music. The concert.
Why are you having such a hard time remembering what this...
Food and drink.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it slow in case,
Shakira, live and in person.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. And then the party bus home.
Party bus home.
And that's where you go to bed. But the rest
After
of us...
party.
We have an after party.
Brunch the next day.
Yes.
Lots of frivolity.
And shenanigans.
Yes.
However they play out. There's
Gorgeous,
nothing
elegant,
expected. Yeah.
well-spoken women and gentlemen engaging in like-minded conversation.
Yeah. And you will make friends for life. I promise you that.
Probably cutting a few rugs.
Yes. Well, our guest, I'm not ready to get to her yet, but she's been to a couple of them, and we'll get her thoughts on those here real quick, too, because she has a lot to talk about, a return guest. But if you want to get priority judging on the application, go to patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Day podcast. If you haven't already joined our fan club and supported the show, we urge you to do that, and it's free, absolutely free to join. But we do have tiers that unlock the entire site as low as $10 a month. And then we have some coaching and profile reviews available. We get a lot of those in, and we really love helping you guys be successful in this sugar dating world. So go there and join today.
Okay, back to birthday month. The coming of the age of Aquarius.
So not only is it Alejandra's birthday today, and we're actually, you and Trucker
Yeah.
and myself, we're all going to see Justin Timberlake tonight.
Oh, why? Why did I give you the wrong initials the other day?
I don't know.
I had Justin Bieber in my head.
Oh my goodness, no.
I go, what time is the JB
Although I wouldn't mind
concert?
seeing Justin Bieber.
I wouldn't either. But yes, Justin Timberlake. He's one of my celebrity crushes.
There you go. And you're going to get to enjoy it from a suite. I bought a suite tickets. All you can eat, all you can drink. Very
See?
similar.
We've
to
got a
the-
sweet theme going on.
Yeah,
We've
love
got
it.
coconut cream pie, concert tickets
my
in a
goodness.
suite. Mm-hmm. I'm right on point with what I have going on here today.
There you go.
Except for the birthday gifts, which are in Christmas bags, because that's all I had.
That's okay. It'll do. All right. Well, enough of that. Let's talk to our guest who just had her, what number birthday?
31.
31. Welcome, Jen. She's been on the show 2 times before. Do you remember what
Yeah,
episodes?
a couple of times. Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. She was on, her very first one she was on with Bad Brad.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
I was Bad Brad and then Podcast Fanboy.
You were on with Podcast Fanboy?
So maybe I was 3 because I think I was on one with you too.
I think I was here for podcast Fanboy and you, but not Bad Brad and you.
Yeah, so maybe it's,
okay.
yeah. that's
Have you ever
probably
done
right.
one by yourself?
I don't think so. So it
Okay.
must have been, yeah, you were there with.
All right, so just a little bit about Jen. If you guys haven't caught those earlier episodes or put the pieces together, she's a dead ringer for Jennifer Aniston. And matter of fact, the owner of the studio today just told her that. She's like, yeah, I've been getting that since I was 5.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. She does. She looks absolutely phenomenal. And what's been going on in your sugar dating world? I met you like a year ago.
Something like that.
Something like that. And you have tried to figure out your place in the sugar dating world.
Yes.
And it's kind of all over the place in the beginning, right?
Yeah, it definitely was all over the place. I, at this point, have more so figured out what I want to do and where I want to be. It took a while. But yeah, I think at this point, I kind of know a little bit more what I'm doing.
Well, I think everybody goes through that. Lily went through that.
Yeah. What did you decide? Where do you want to be and where do you want to go?
So I was definitely exploring a lot in the beginning. And now I feel like really what I am trying to do with the sugar dating world is use it as more of a dating app type thing and find my life partner.
Oh, so you're looking for love.
So I am looking for love. And although I'm still open to not as serious relationships, I mean, nothing is serious in the beginning anyway, so it has to turn that way. I am ethically non-monogamous though, so that's kind of part of the reason this will make things a little bit easier because this is a different way of dating. So I feel like most people in the sugar bowl are a little bit more alternative, if you will.
Well, haven't you kind of discovered that they're all over the spectrum?
Oh, yes. I have dated all over the spectrum
Yeah.
from seeking. So
And you kind of figured out what you don't want, and then you've figured out what you do want, but where are you at now? Kind of in the middle, just still trying to find your way, or?
I would say I'm open to a lot of different things, but I know a lot more now of what I do not want. Like in the beginning, I was really focused on wanting a dom, and that was everything that I wanted, and I was looking for that in everybody. And
Had you
now-
had that before you got on Seeking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like officially, if you will, but in a sense, I was with more dominant men and dabbled in BDSM and stuff like that. But now I do not want that. And
What changed?
I realized that every single man that I have ever met that characterizes himself as a dom or puts it in his profile is indeed not, and is actually very weak most of the time. And I need a strong man.
Lily, have you found that to be true?
I don't know that I've dated anyone who characterized themselves as a dom. I don't think I have.
I know I've seen that in profiles. Alejandra will show me profiles where I've seen that.
I've never really been looking for that. I like more equality in a relationship. And so I feel like experimentation is fine or role playing occasionally is fine, but I don't want to be always dominated and I don't always want to be dominant.
Yeah, you're pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty balanced as well in the like BDSM terms, I guess. I'm a switch. So sometimes I'm dominant, sometimes I'm not. I'm kind of like in the middle. But yeah, I have definitely discovered it's not for me.
Okay. Well, now that you know what you don't want. Now, you told me earlier that you've met a couple of interesting gentlemen who have assigned you a task.
Yes.
Lily, you weren't here for that discussion.
No, I wasn't, but I have experienced that.
Yes.
I have been given assignments
Yes.
that didn't always, let's say, sometimes they backfired on me. I pulled off the assignment with glowing colors.
You talked about it on a previous
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
We won't get into
I know
details,
what you're
but
talking about.
Things went amiss,
yeah,
Just a little bit.
and it really wasn't my fault.
you did your role.
I did. I played my part.
You performed.
Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah.
I have had a couple of sugar daddies that have tasked me with finding dominant men to dominate them and have sex with them, not me.
Now, are these just curious men, or they're bisexual men, or what is this?
So, according to them, they are straight, and it's more of a psychological play kind of thing where for one of them, he identified as a sub, which is questionable, but he
Just see her face when she says that.
he wanted to be so submissive that I could bring a man in and allow this man to have sex with him. But really what it was he wanted it. And then my other one, he is just a typical, I don't even know how to describe, he's just a typical man, if you will. And in general, he's pretty dominant in life in general, but he likes to be submissive sexually. So he as well has tasked me with finding a dominant man to have sex with him. And it's so strange to me because they are saying things differently of how they want it, but they want the same thing. And it kind of, to me, just seems like they are gay or curious, and they are looking for a way to accept it. And their way that they have come up with is that someone else is forcing them to do it or leading them into it. That's kind of how I think about the psychology of it.
Okay, so you've been asked to do this, and what are your thoughts now? Are you going to? Have you tried to?
So
You say, fuck that, I'm not doing that?
I am not a kink shamer. I used to go to sex parties a lot, and I was trying to kind of feel it out if I could find someone that would potentially do it.
Okay, wait a minute. When you say you've gone to sex parties, what did those consist of?
So sex parties are generally couples and singles, and everyone, it's an organization that puts these on. So everybody knows what they're going to. You pay to go to them. And once you get there, everybody just kind of mingles, gets to know each other. You kind of figure out what everybody's dynamic is. Then there is a consent talk, and obviously everybody figures out all of the consent things and all of that, and then you get the party started.
Somebody just starts shedding their clothes, or how does
yes.
that work? I've never been, so.
So you start the night in usually some sort of themed outfit. So I might go to one this month and it's Valentine's Day type thing. So everybody's going to be wearing red and pink and stuff like that. And then you also bring lingerie if you're going to be wearing it. Some people just get naked. You start the night in your regular attire and everybody just mingles like a regular party. And then after the consent talk, it's right to it. And usually you pretty much already know who you want to have sex with. So,
And you're pretty comfortable with this?
yes.
Wow, Lily? That would be way out of my comfort zone. How about you?
I would probably not mind being an observer. I don't know if I would be a participant. Because I've been to the Sweet Spot, which is formerly the Hive, probably about 4 times. And I've always just been an observer. I don't mind going. I like observing. I think it's a fun, safe environment. I've talked to any number of people, and that was fine, but I'm more of a spectator when it comes to sex parties.
A voyeur.
Yeah, a voyeur.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
So I've never.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Visit Spectrum.com. Offer subject to change. Based on eligibility requirements, valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Ever been to a sex party, but I was convinced finally this weekend to go to a sex club here in Mesa, Arizona. And it's the same one Lily was talking about, Sweet Spot. And it was Kevin and Vivian, who've been regulars on the show, and Amy and her new husband. Oh. And then Alejandra and I. So, and Angie, my former co-host. And her ex-boyfriend, but they still hang out. Well, what was his?
I can't remember what he went
I can't remember
by.
his podcast
I'll look it
name.
up.
He was on a podcast recently. Anyway, so there was like 8 of us.
Wow.
So I'm like, fine. It's a big group.
you guys could have had your own sex party.
That would have been kind of interesting, but it really wasn't going that direction. We just all went together. So I felt a little safer being in a group environment. You know, at least I knew people there. So we went. And it was a little surprising and in good and bad ways. They have it set up, and Lily knows this, they have it set up pretty nicely, actually. It's a 8,500 square foot commercial space. It's like a club. They've got a bar, they've got a dance floor, they had a DJ, lights, couches. You just sit around and really just enjoy the club, enjoy drinks, just talk to people. The only thing that really made it a sex club was then there was rooms off to the side where you could go in with your partner and have sex. And they had
Bedrooms.
Yeah, they're like bedrooms. And then they had different themes. And then some of them were more catered towards an orgy, which I was not going to participate in. But for the people that wanted to, sure, go right ahead.
A BDSM room.
Yeah, they had a BDSM room where they had a couple of pieces of equipment. And we all went in there. Here's the really funny thing. So they had a popcorn machine outside by the bar. We got popcorn, and we're sitting there eating popcorn, watching Amy teach BDSM as she's whipping her new husband's back, whipping
Eddie. He goes by Eddie.
or whipping Kevin's back with, these
Popcorn.
different. Yeah, and then people would walk in, and the first thing they would say is like, "Oh, look at you guys, got the popcorn and everything."
Wait, did Kevin take his shirt off?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Kevin.
I know.
You rascal.
It was pretty funny. And then they used different items to hit them in the back. And Amy could make it pop pretty good. she's a pro.
Okay, Angie's guy is Eric.
Eric, yeah. So
Did he participate in the
oh yeah, Eric
flogging?
loves that place.
The flogging? Did he do the flogging?
I didn't see him. But here's the interesting things. Some of the couples that were there were not attractive at all. Like, and I'm not here to fat shame, but when somebody's like 250 pounds, a girl, and then she's wearing pretty much nothing, like just little straps that's not attractive to me.
Oh.
Sorry.
Marcus, some men find that
No,
hot.
I know.
Some
I'm
women
just
find
saying.
that hot.
I'm just saying it wasn't attractive for me. And then the man that she was with was not much of a looker, as you can imagine. So,
Avert your gaze.
yeah. So those couples, but then there was a few younger couples that were attractive. But the majority of the people there, maybe they were interesting to talk to, but there was no sexual attraction for me.
Oh.
So, which was fine because I didn't even want to approach that. I had Alejandra there and we were fine. And we just wanted to explore one of the rooms that had like this nice little bench that she thought would be fun. So,
And was it?
there's 3 options, as you know. You can go into a room, close the door, and it's just a private room. And you can
lock it.
lock it and it's just like a bedroom. And you can have whatever fun you want and then leave whenever you want. Or you can leave it open and then you can either put like a little sash in front or a sign and people can watch you, but they can't
Whilst
come
eating
in.
their popcorn.
Yeah, while they eat their popcorn. Or you can just open the door and anybody can come in the room and participate. Mm-hmm. That was not going to be an option for us.
I love this. This
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Now, if it were Alejandra's decision, would she have let people watch?
No.
She wasn't open to that?
No. So anyway, here's what's really funny is, so we go in the room, this little curved bench. She likes to be on top. So this little curved bench fit her perfect. So we did our thing. She had an amazing time, wiped us both out. The bed was super comfortable, and they have a cleaner there that cleans. So it's just like a hotel. It's all clean and everything. And actually it was very, very clean. They had everything available to you. They had condoms, they had lube, they had disinfectant wipes or whatever. I mean, it was a very clean environment. Well, the bed looked super comfortable. So I laid on the bed and it was, and then she laid on the bed next to me and we both fell asleep. So we're sitting there in this closed room and we slept for like 20 or 30 minutes. And we finally woke up and went, shit, we got to get out of here.
People thought there was a lot of wild action going on in there.
No, that action only took like
Sleeping.
8 to 10 minutes. And then the sleep was another 20 to 30 minutes. But it was so relaxing because you could hear all the people talking outside and the noise and the music and the DJ and everything. And we're just in there
Nothing like a
sawing
sex
logs.
club for white noise.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, God.
So that was...
It's a little power nap. Then did we do round 2?
No, we went home. I was tired. So that was my sex club experience there. First time I'd ever done that. Would I go back? I think so, because actually it was just like a nightclub, like a private nightclub.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, and you could just sit at the bar and
I
chat with
cannot
people.
believe Jen has never been to that.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Being a local.
I've heard a lot of bad reviews about it.
Oh, really?
And being what? Tell me, because I could see where I could leave a review either way.
Yeah. Well, I heard that the people there were not the best.
It's not your typical Scottsdale club, that's for sure.
Well, yeah.
You're
I
not
feel like-
finding those people there.
I mean, they actually probably already have one in Scottsdale. We're just not cool enough to know about it.
Yeah.
But I would definitely enjoy one better if it was maybe in like North Scottsdale
Well,
and not Mesa.
me too. Me too. My rating on the couples there overall, attractiveness wise, and now this I don't know anything about the personalities, could change things. 5.5 at best
Yeah.
on average.
Okay.
So there was some 1s and 2s. You're just like, good Lord, could you please put on clothes? And then there was some that were like 7 or 8, and you're like, hey, that couple's actually very attractive. So I'm saying average couple, though, just looking around, scanning around the room, you're like, they're probably like a 5 or so. It was a lot of older people.
I heard that too.
I was surprised on how many older people were there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shame anybody in the community. Hey, you do you. I just went to see if it was my cup of tea, and I can't picture myself commingling sexually with very many of those couples there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would go back. I would love to take a partner, whether it's Alejandro or somebody else. Take a partner, just have a drink, talk, chat, enjoy the music, and we're ready to go in a room and do our thing. That was kind of fun, actually.
Now I feel like I need to organize this with one of my sugar daddies. Like, I have a date idea for us. They'll think I'm the coolest baby ever.
Well, it was $100 for us to get in there. And I think it was only $130 for a month for a membership. That's cheaper than a hotel room.
Literally.
Right.
True. I want to circle back to Jen and her two submissive men who
Yeah, we
wanted
went way
her
off
to
topic.
find
We sure did.
a male dom. What was the premise? Did they want you to just recruit and watch, or were you not even part of the equation? You were just the finder. And if so, did you get a finder's fee?
So I would be a part of the whole thing, but definitely their end goal was to be dominated by a man and to have sex with a man. So both of them wanted me to be present for it. And the first one, who was submissive, he just wanted both of us to dominate him. His whole thing was that he wanted to be dominated. My current one, he is a switch, and he wants me to be included. And then afterwards, I would kind of like reward him, if you will, for allowing this man to have sex with him, even though it was his idea.
So have any of these threesomes happened?
No, not yet.
What are
It's-
they offering you to accomplish something like this?
Right? So for me, what I was going to do would be double my regular PPM. And then, of course, whatever the dominant man was going to ask for as well. So I've never had to look for this before, so I wasn't exactly sure how to find it. I thought that the sex parties would potentially be a way, but I don't know. It's just, I feel like that's a little bit of like a niche.
Yeah. So there's a website for this, and I can't remember what it's called, but one of my former sugar daddies who sort of wanted to watch me with another man, which never happened because he chickened out. But he was on a website, and it starts with a C. I'll figure out what it is and let you know, because you can recruit men who they advertise. That's what they like to do. They like to come in and be with the wife or the girlfriend or
Oh, I think it's Cassidy.
Cassidy. And you could
Actually, it starts with a K.
Oh, Cassidy starts with a K?
Yeah.
This is how much I know about the world of kink. But I know that's where he was trying to recruit men to come in and be with me so he could watch. So I bet you could find men who would come in and dominate
Be with him.
your sugar daddy.
Oh my gosh.
Look on Cassidy.
I didn't even think about that. My friend talks about being on there all the time, but I guess I just wasn't putting two and two.
Isn't that where you found out about the Sweet Spot or the Beehive?
I think so.
Yeah, because you told us, we talked about this in a previous episode.
I think that's where he found that
Yeah.
too. That's who I went a couple of times with
Yeah,
him. And then I've been a couple of times with Trucker.
yeah. You know what's funny is because you said, we didn't invite Trucker, and you're like, damn, it was his birthday. He would have gone.
I know he totally would have. He would have been down.
That's so funny.
Well, here's the thing. Trucker was ready to go all in. I think he's a little bit of an exhibitionist, but I was like,
Really?
do not feel comfortable with that. I'm sorry.
I have
know.
no doubt at all that he's an exhibitionist.
He absolutely is.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
I'm not surprised at all that we have so many Aquarians in.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
Our little sugar dating circle, because we are all about going against the norm and unconventional and rebellious.
You think that's exclusive to Aquarius?
Well, we're number one.
You're number one? I sure have met a lot of Virgos on Seeking for some reason. Maybe I just attract Virgos, but
Interesting.
I have met a ton of Virgos. Now, Alejandra's Aquarius, and then our friend that we just met that Lily got to meet yesterday at the Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
She's also an Aries.
And she goes by
Eva.
Eva. Yeah, she's tall, beautiful, sweet. Yeah, she's fun.
She fits right in, doesn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good
definitely wanna
time.
meet
So here we are at the Barrett Jackson, and these three are talking about boobs the whole fucking time. And matter of fact,
And men are looking at our boobs
I
the
know,
whole
of course.
fucking time.
And then Eva pulls down her shirt, says, "Here, feel mine. Here's like the issue that I'm having." And so Lily's over there fondling her boob, trying to feel the issue.
Didn't want to be rude. She told me to touch her boob, so I did.
You guys were at Barrett Jackson in Scottsdale. I mean, you weren't the only ones.
Yeah,
I bet.
she was trying to show me. So there's some kind of a technique where they put something in underneath to stabilize it. I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
it's
it
like
was.
a mesh, but it's like, I think it's
Yeah.
called a internal bra or something.
Yeah, it was mesh, and she was right. You could feel it.
Oh,
Yeah, so she was a little disappointed with her last procedure.
But since Alejandra just got hers done and Lily just had a revision on hers, matter of fact, I think Eva did too. So they all had recent
all the boobs.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all talking boobs
was a
and
boob
showing
fest.
before and after photos. And
Yeah, I was like,
whole time.
well, I'm not going to just pull my shirt down right here. If you want to see my scars, we're going to have to go in the bathroom.
You're so innocent.
I guess. I guess. So modest.
So modest.
Oh,
isn't
Lily.
she?
well, I believe, Jen, you're all natural, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
I was blessed.
You were blessed. You've got really good structure. Just saying, I might have seen them. I might not have, but
Never.
more than likely I have. Well, I was the first guy she met on Seeking. So,
I was so lucky.
yeah. You feel
I
like you
tell
were
everybody
lucky?
that all the time. I was so lucky to have met him. I'll even tell other sugar daddies that.
Yeah.
I think they get a little jealous.
You know, it's crazy how often I get stood up. I've been stood up so many times, like in the last.
Little do they
few
know
months. I
that
know.
they made the biggest mistake ever.
Well, we talked about this actually on an episode I just released where girls sometimes get so stuck on the financial part that they're like, look, if you're not going to do this, I don't want to meet you. But they have no idea what possibilities are out there
Exactly.
just by networking. You don't know. I could introduce them to, I've introduced people to Podcast Fanboy. He is an amazing guy to meet, and he takes people all over the world.
Yes.
I mean, if he likes you, bam, you're off to Italy.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, and Jen's hung out with Podcast Fanboy.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
fact, when she was transitioning from her last apartment to her new place, he let her stay there.
Yeah, you stayed at his house in
Yeah.
very, very nice
He's
area of
so
town.
Best
Freaking
crash
generous.
pad ever. And he wasn't even there. most
Right,
of the
because
time.
he's off traveling the world.
Me and my kitties, we were having a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, you brought your cats?
Yeah.
How did the dogs do with the cats?
So the dogs weren't there.
Okay.
They were up in his
In Montana.
cabin. Yeah.
Okay, with his daughter. Okay, that makes
Thankfully,
sense.
because they would have been scratching at my door. And those
Yeah.
dogs are big.
They are. They're beautiful.
Yeah. But those girls that stood you out, they made a mistake. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Well, that's all right. I mean, I give people the opportunity to meet if I see that there's some kind of potential there, and then if they don't show or stand me up, then it's their loss. Now, Jen, you've been to 2 of our parties now?
Yes.
Yes. Thoughts?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just the party in general is so much fun. So much fun. And you feel like a princess the whole time because we're going to the suites and everybody's so nice and you make all these new friends and the networking. I mean, of course, we always want more of the daddies there.
I think we're going to have more daddies this year.
Fingers crossed.
Sugar Palooza 6.
It's definitely more women than men, which I feel like every man listening should want to go because
Right.
of that.
And boy, do they bring the glamour.
yes.
The women?
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Blown. Every night is all out. And I have just made so many friends. I know people all over the world. It's just so much fun.
I want to know, since you've been sugar dating, what have been your greatest adventures?
That's a tough one. Costa Rica,
Tell us about that.
in the beginning. Costa Rica is amazing.
Who did you go with?
We actually talked about this.
Yeah,
before on
I
one of the
remember
other
this now. And it did. The guy that you went with, it didn't turn out well, but the trip was fun.
The trip was amazing. We met each other and literally on our first date planned going to Costa Rica. He bought the tickets and everything. We were ready to go. And then we went out to dinner a couple more times after that. And then we were in Costa Rica together for a week. And it just wasn't the best. He was definitely on the spectrum, which I am okay with. I feel like I'm potentially on the spectrum, but it was just a little much.
Did
So,
you sense that before you went, or this was a total surprise to you?
It was a total surprise.
Whoops.
How old
Until
was
we-
this guy?
In his 50s.
Okay.
It was a total surprise until we got into the airport and he was making a fuss about going through the scanner thing and was making this huge fuss
thing
about
that
it.
everybody must go through.
Yes. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So then we're sitting there and we're flying internationally. So we're going to be spending quite a bit of time in planes and in the airport and everything. Just get over it and go through the scanner. Well, he didn't.
Has he not flown in 20 years? Or, I mean, what's the deal?
Right. It was, and he was very like crass when he would say a lot of things. He's like, they can see your cock and balls when you go through it. And I'm
good
like,
Lord.
what are you worried about? And he was actually very well endowed. So I don't know what he was worried about, but it was just a lot.
I'm
but
dead right now.
Right. I know.
It's like, wow. But yeah, so I got to ride a horse on the beach for the first time though. And I cried. So
Oh, how fun.
What a great memory, huh?
that was definitely my favorite adventure, if you will. My favorite trip that I went on was actually my trip to Nashville with Podcast Fanboy because we travel so well together. He is just an awesome human being. Me and him have a lot in common.
He's the quintessential gentleman.
He is such a gentleman.
Yeah.
And we're both kind of particular when it comes to our accommodations. So
What does that mean?
So, like, you know, he's paying a lot of money to be in these nice hotel rooms. And if we go in there and something isn't right,
Oh, I see.
then it should be righted.
Rectified.
And he,
Righted.
he definitely feels that way. And so do I.
Yeah.
So it's like he would be talking to someone and I'm like standing behind him with my arms crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pointing
what he
at
said.
Yeah, what he said. That's funny.
So, yeah, it was so much fun. He's such a gentleman. We were there for 5 or 6 days and just had an amazing time the whole time. So, yeah, that was my favorite.
Cool. Yeah, I think he'd heard you on the podcast and he wanted to meet you.
Yes. So I manifested that.
Oh, I think you mentioned him
Yes.
Oh,
I
there you
mentioned
go.
him because I really wanted to meet him.
because you'd heard so much about him.
Yes. And then Miss Lily over here kind of got the ball rolling. And then I got to meet him and I was like, yes.
Lily the matchmaker.
That's cool.
And I've always had so much fun on my dates with him. He's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely amazing. But I believe he is taken now
Yeah, from what we hear.
Absolutely.
by a beautiful
100%.
Russian
We're going to have to
girl.
get more from him when he has time and he's back in the U.S. He travels so much.
He's always gone now.
But we put pictures. If you want to see Podcast Fanboy, full face, not blurred, with his girl. I don't know what you call her.
He calls her Natasha.
Well, okay, with Natasha. the absolutely gorgeous Russian girl. It's on our Patreon.
Yep.
And if you're a paying member, there's 5, 6 pictures of them on there?
There's pictures of Jen too. She was an eye candy of the week.
If you want to see what Jen looks like.
She's just got her face blurred, but everything else is on full
Eye candy
display.
of the week.
Yeah.
Also, I will be at Shakira.
Yes, you will. So men, if you want to
locking
see the
that in.
lovely Jen, it only costs you a little bit of money to sponsor it. Just a little bit.
It's not even that much.
No, it's not bad.
It's totally doable.
Absolutely. For the weekend that they get, it's amazing. Like every guy that came to the last party, they had a phenomenal time.
Yes. I'm sure all of
Phenomenal.
them are going to be back.
Yeah, I hope.
If they can fit it in their schedules, they
Yeah.
likely will be.
Yeah. Well, it's nice because this one falls on the weekend. Last one
Oh, it
fall
is on
during
the
the
weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shakira's on
perfect.
Sunday.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And so we'll have the mixer on Saturday night, and then we'll have the Shakira concert on Sunday night.
And then brunch on Monday.
Yeah. And then whoever wants to hang around. But it's in the summer, so people can kind of take their maybe a little vacation or summer break or something.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar.
You want to get the most for your money? Well, that's why more Mazda buyers choose Ramsey Mazda. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 all-wheel drive, just $229 a month, or buy and get 0.9 APR financing up to 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN number SO 558897. MSRP $35.85, ends 2/28/25.
Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
So, Jen, since the last time you were on the podcast, have you had any like crazy things happen to you?
No, not really. I have definitely slowed down because I'm a lot more selective now. Kind of going back on how you were saying some girls are really hung up on the financial aspect of it and they lay things out on the line immediately and aren't even interested in meeting if you don't meet their expectations.
Right.
That was me at one point, but it's because I was so busy. I would be going on all these dates all the time. I also have a career and friends and family and things like that. So at that point, I was pretty hung up too on the financial aspect of it. Now that I have decided that I'm really using this to not only sugar date, because I do have goals that I'm trying to achieve through it, but I'm using it more so I want to find love and I am picky. So I have a lot more time now and I'm not so busy. So I have now kind of reverted back to I don't even really talk about financial stuff immediately because if I meet someone and we really have a great connection, I'm going to be open to different amounts.
Yeah.
So I haven't had anything super crazy happen lately. That being said,
Okay.
I'm sure that'll change.
Well, you're looking for your person, so give us a rundown of what he looks like. First of all, he has to accept that you're ethically non-monogamous.
Yes.
Okay. And what else?
So he needs to be open to things like that. I would love someone who's open-minded like I am. So sexually open-minded, just in general, in life open-minded. I need someone that has a growth mindset in all aspects of their life. So not just their career, everything is growth. I cannot do stagnant. A lot of my previous relationships, and actually the reason that I got into sugar dating, were very stagnant. No growth going on their end of things. And then I would love to find someone that's an animal lover. My dream is to eventually run an animal sanctuary, and that costs a lot of money. So you have to be growing in other ways so that you can kind of put some of that aside for the sanctuary. So I'd love to find someone that loves
Are
animals.
you still helping with the cat shelter or the cat fostering or whatever you're doing?
So I actually have 2 cats now. So
You're down to 2?
Yeah, down to 2. I have my 2 forever babies. So I do not foster like I used to, but I do have a little side hustle now, and I'm pet sitting.
Oh, there you go.
I work from home, so it's really easy for me to do it. And that kind of brings some dogs into my life, which I love dogs, and I don't have one anymore. That's a thing that I'm kind of doing on the side.
How do you get your customers?
I am on the Rover app.
Okay.
And then Facebook groups and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm telling you, you can find anything you're looking for in a Facebook group.
That's true.
That is true.
Anything you are maybe I should start looking for the dominant males in Facebook groups as well.
Yeah.
Cassidy in Facebook groups.
Yes. So how do you feel about children?
I do not want children.
You're a perfect guy. Has got to be
No kids.
childless.
Yes.
And not want them.
Yes.
How do you feel about age?
I'm really open to all different ages.
Okay.
Age is just a number to me. That being said, I generally go for older men. They're just more of a gentleman. So I do like older men, but they don't have to be childless.
Okay,
They
so if they
could
have adult children, that'd be okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
adult children or nearly adult.
Okay.
That would be totally fine. And actually, that would kind of be a perfect situation because then I still have kind of that aspect of having someone there to take on trips and buy gifts and things along those lines, but I'm not having the child.
There you go.
Yeah, so sugar daddies are really, they fit so many aspects of what I'm looking for. It's such a perfect little bowl for me
Now,
to pick from.
Are you the type of woman who really values your alone time, or would you be perfectly happy cohabitating with someone and you're spending ample, copious amounts of time together?
When I find someone that's like a perfect match, I'm totally fine being with them all the time. I've lived with all of my serious boyfriends throughout my life, and I do need my alone time because I'm definitely introverted, but I love being around them all the time and like having a hand on them or them having a hand on me. I don't want to be on top of each other at all times, but
Yeah. But you are affectionate.
yes.
Got
I
it.
love affection.
Awesome.
I'm all about the PDA.
Oh, really?
Yes. I love it. I'm both a voyeur and an exhibitionist. So I like a lot of PDA sometimes, but a little bit of PDA here and there too is always a fun little treat.
Very cool.
All right. Anything else? Now, men, if she sounds like your perfect woman, you can find her on our Patreon,
Yes.
and you can always message us on Instagram or
Please do.
secretsofasugardaddy.com. We'll get you in touch with the lovely Jen.
I am looking for my forever man.
All right. Anything else from you, Lily?
I don't think so.
You ready to go see Justin Timberlake? You had a little celebrity crush on him.
I do.
It'll be fun. I actually previewed his concert because I like to do that, just to kind of know what songs are coming up and see how it was. It's good. You're going to enjoy it.
Can't wait.
I'm ready to taste Lily's pie.
Oh, yeah. We've got this coconut cream pie in front of us. It looks delicious. We're going to partake of it as
No
soon as I say
innuendo.
goodbye. Yeah,
It's a literal pie.
it really is. Yes. All right.
Watch out, trucker.
Goodness.
All right. Well, we always love hearing your sugar dating stories. So get in touch with us at secretsofasugardaddy.com. Men, we want you to come be a sponsor to our Sugar Palooza 6, Shakira. Get in touch with us at info@secretsofasugardaddy.com. We'll get you all the details. You don't want to miss it. June 21st through the 23rd, 2025. It's coming up. I promise you will have the time of your life, and you're going to meet some of the best women from all over the world that we're inviting to come party with us. So get in touch with us. We'll get you all the details. And I think that's it. Once again, Lily, thanks for being here, as always.
You're quite welcome.
Jen, looking lovely, as usual.
Thank you.
Always nice seeing you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, until next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.